Why do you doubt? Why do you doubt that you will have fun? Why do you doubt that when it's right there in your face, the proof, the evidence, the feeling? Why do you doubt that the goodness, the greatness is yours? I just had a vision of God standing in front of an amusement park. An amusement park. I'm just thinking about that word, amusement. It's in the name. It is a place where you are meant to have fun. Like, there's no way in the world you're gonna come in here sad and leave the same way. It's an amusement park. But the vision I just had is very short. It just was of God turning to look back at me with a serious face. And like, there's no specific face of God. And honestly, if I'm being totally honest, and it's not me just like trying to think of God this way, but like, I see myself. It's literally me talking to myself, okay, in this vision. But the feeling I'm getting from the myself is God. Not calling myself God, which, you know, there's a conversation of that, but just listen. So God turns to look at me with a look of seriousness, not anger, but seriousness, maybe even concern, and says, you see this park, you see everything that is right there, it's right there, yet you still doubt? Why do you doubt? Why do you doubt that you will have fun? Why do you doubt that the greatness is for you? Why do you doubt? Even with it right here in your eyes, right here in your eye shot, right here for you to see, you still doubt? Why do you doubt? And that is what I'm asking myself right now. Come to think of it, it may be a default. Some sort of default systematic processing of my brain. But you can change that default setting. I can. With a constant belief, because you know it's all in your belief system. A constant trusting and believing that what you say goes. That what you aspire to be, aspire to create and build will happen. It is being delusional. Trusting in what you cannot see. But is it delusional or is it faith? It's funny how there are two separate words, and I haven't looked up the actual definition, but they're practically the same. To believe in something that you cannot yet see, trusting. So if I was to tell you to be delusional about it, trust. It is the same as saying have faith. and trust. And I do not mean to come off as blasphemous and trying to scare anybody here. Just take what you can take from that. I trust that you get it and you understand. I get it. I understand. And that makes me feel good. And I thank God for helping me to understand it for myself, because you can hear it all day long. You can hear it all day long. But until you are able to come to the conclusions on your own, did you really hear it at all? Did you really learn anything at all? So why do you doubt? It's just a lack of faith in yourself, a lack of trusting in yourself, a lack of delusions. But when I say delusion, it sounds like a bad word. It sounds like it's something wrong with the mind. But let us remember that people were called crazy. Let's be quite for real though. Women were called crazy for telling the truth. They were told that they were delusional, that they were experiencing delusions when they've been telling the truth. And dear God wants me to speak on this right now, because the word delusions came up, and now I'm thinking of all this here. Like, delusion is another word for faith. I have not looked up these definitions, but they just must be. And certain words were made up to confuse us. Certain words were made up to put us down, to keep us down. Because if you know, like I know, honey, people will call you crazy. They will tell you you don't know what you're talking about when they hear you speaking the utmost truth, but you have zero to no proof. They will call you crazy. They will say things like, I don't know what you think you saw. Like, you could be dating someone. You could see messages in their phone. You could have seen them kiss someone, and they still come with foolishness. I don't know what you think you saw. I don't know what you think's going on. They don't want you to trust your mind, your thoughts, your intuition. Because regardless of whatever they think is going on, you don't go for shit like that. Especially if you know they wouldn't accept that from you. Like, I don't care if that's just a friend or whatever. It's the simple fact that you wouldn't want me doing that. You know? So yes, people do things to have control over you, over your mental, over your spirit, over your energy. But why do you doubt? I mean, there are many reasons, I'm sure. But we don't have to always doubt. We can choose to believe in ourselves. We can choose to trust in our minds, our hearts, trust in our bodies. God has equipped us with everything that we need. Honey, this is a journey, and we are learning our bodies through this journey, learning whatever else we need to learn. But our bodies, this is our vehicle. When all else fails, oh Lord, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm just going to leave it at that, y'all. I trust. I trust that this will get to who it's meant to. So 1, 2, 1,000, 1,000,000. There are people just like me that have been convinced that they're wrong when they have been totally right. Unrefutably. But somehow, some way, those other people found a way. Or they keep trying. Because we don't lose all the time. We have become smarter, more witty, more formidable. Y'all do your thing. And be blessed. And get y'all ass on here now.